If you want to know what these folks are doing, you'll have a chance to figure it out for yourself on Play Your Hunch, starring Merv Griffin.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, that's very nice. And good evening to all of you, and welcome to Play Your Hunch, the nighttime version. Tonight, we're happy to have with us our new sponsor, Seal Test, who brings you the finest in ice cream, milk, and cottage cheese. Play Your Hunch is a game of observation and deduction, and for you fellas who are seeing it for the first time, this is the thing that's been keeping your wife so busy every morning on television, and we hope you'll enjoy it too. Our panel here is composed of contestants in the championship position from Covington, Kentucky, and Pontiac, Michigan, and they're Mr. and Mrs. David Braun. You're in uniform, sir. You're obviously in the Army and doing what?
I am with the United States Army Information School at Fort Slocum, New York. That's here in New Rochelle.
You're going to need a lot of information tonight. Good luck to you. Your opponents are from Prairie Village, Kansas, and they're Dr. and Mrs. Gary Nitz. You're young Dr. Nitz, huh?
Yeah.
You have a television show yet, Doctor?
Oh, working on one.
Ah? Well, interning? You're pretty young.
Well, I'm just 26.
Are you interning?
Yes.
Want to specialize in something?
Yes, child psychiatry.
Good. Good. We need you here. I think you'll have fun. Here's how we score. Each time you play Hunch correctly, you get a point. Each point's worth $100. 3 points wins the game for a total of $300. And more important, the right to stay on and meet new competition. So good luck to both teams as we continue with what you saw at the top of the show. Our first problem, please. And here they are back at work again, my friends. The three odd characters we met at the very top of the show. This is a problem of occupation, believe it or not. Dr. and Ms. Nitz, play or pass?
We'll play.
We'll play.
One of these three people is going through the movements he or she makes every day at work. That's right. One of these sets of movements earns the person a weekly paycheck. The other two are doing nothing. We want you to find the person who's reenacting his or her daily job. I'll give you a close look before you decide. Here's Miss X. Mr. Y. Mr. Z. What do you say, Dr. Ms. Nitz?
I'll say Y.
I'll say Y.
You agree on Mr. Y? Let me see if I can break... Excuse me. Your name is?
Virgil C. Dow.
From?
Visalia, California.
Occupation?
I'm an attorney at law.
What are you stamping on witnesses, sir? Yes. You can relax now. That's not quite the man we're looking for. He says it's a hard case. Mr. and Ms. Braun, X and Z are remaining.
X?
Z?
Well, I thought X because she looks like she's typing, perhaps. Some type of machine.
We'll say X, Merv.
Continue, Miss X. Your name is?
Harriet Plisner.
What do you do?
I'm a receptionist at Sackcliffe Avenue Antoine Salon.
Do you ever do this at work?
Oh, never.
Must be a twister with Arthur Murray's. Your name is?
Bob Rolla, sir.
Your occupation, Bob?
I'm a Duncan yo-yo top demonstrator.
A yo-yo demonstrator. They stumped you. Now, that, of course, means that these three challengers get a cash prize for appearing on Play Your Hunch, and the $100 that you would have earned goes to our challengers as a bonus. Thank you both for being on Play Your Hunch, and good evening to you. Bob?
Yes, sir.
You got to do a live demonstration for us now.
I certainly will. I happen to have 2 yo-yos in my pocket.
I had that feeling.
Well, I'm going to show the tricks that I was doing here
You go right ahead. my pleasure. Good evening, Julia. We'll return to Play Your Hunch in 1 minute, and that's right after this message from our sponsor. Panel, as an added little bit of pleasure tonight, we're going to present to you a sneak preview of Bing Crosby and Bob Hope's new motion picture, The Road to Hong Kong. This is the 7th road picture they've made together, and for this one, United Artists inaugurates its premiere showcase, which means that on June 27th, this movie will be premiered at 13 different theaters in Greater New York. But tonight, you're seeing a portion of it for the very first time, a very funny sequence. Play or pass on this, Miss Braun?
Play.
Play, man.
All right, now I want you to watch this scene carefully. We provided a monitor there for you, because at one point, we're going to stop this film cold, and then it'll be up to you to tell us what the next line in the motion picture is. Now, the scene takes place early in the movie. Bob Hope has lost his memory. Bing Crosby takes him to see India's leading neurologist, Peter Sellers.
What is it, Doctor? Terrible heartburn. Oh, dear. Put too much curry in my cornflakes, you understand. One moment, please. Just want to smarten myself up in front of you, gentlemen. Now then, comes the examination. Please, taking that out of the way. Now, 1 second. Just looking in here. My goodness gracious me. Would you look in the other ear, please? Well?
I can see you.
That's strange. I can see you.
That's only since I put in air conditioning.
What do I look like?
You look like you need a doctor.
Don't know where I could find a doctor at this time of the day.
Doctor, will you please get on with the examination?
No, but I tell you what I will do.
What?
I'll get on with my examination. Now, first of all, the most important point at this stage of the proceedings is the matter of the fee. Since you are fine American gentlemen, I am offering you my special European fee, 1,200 rupees.
1,200 rupees?
That is right. Open your mouth, please, and say, "Clan wife with king get gerig, wind drop with clan to city of Gogogoch." You are suffering.
And that's the important line. You are suffering from X, a severe attack of teeth, Y, a bad case of flat feet, or Z, an excessive amount of income tax. Mr. and Ms. Braun, which one of those 3 lines was the next line in that motion picture? What do you say?
Oh. X.
I think it's Z, man.
One answer from you, must agree.
I think it's Z
Well,
because...
then I'll go along with him this time.
Bronze, would you write on your slate there the letter Z? You've agreed that the line is an excessive amount of income tax. In case they're wrong, Dr. and Mrs. Nitz, would you write down, choose either X or Y? What do you say?
Y.
I'll say X. What do you think?
I think Y.
I think X.
I
Find
better
out
agree
something
with
about this
you.
panel right now.
X.
I better agree with him. Well, X.
Oh, you're agreeing with, but you said, now what are you going to play?
X.
X.
You're going to play X. Would you write that on your slate, please? All right, let's rack up that film, and we'll roll past the line you'll hear, the next line in this motion picture. Here's the film.
Important point at this stage of the proceedings is the matter of the fee. Since you are fine American gentlemen, I am offering you my special European fee, 1,200 rupees.
1,200
That is
rupees?
right. Open your mouth, please, and say, "Clan wife with king get gerig, wind drop with clan to city of Gogogoch." You are suffering from a severe attack of teeth.
Dr. and Ms. Nitz, you score your first point on play. And the score, of course, is 1-0 in favor of Dr. and Ms. Nitz. Our guest star tonight is a good friend of mine. We've appeared many times together. She's been most successful in nightclubs, most successful on television, most successful at whatever she does. A delightful gal, one of the wildest women I know. You've seen her on the Perry Como show. She's currently appearing on Broadway in a great hit show called Carnival. Here's the delightful Miss Kay Ballard.
I can see the panel.
You can? Okay.
How are you, dear? What are you suffering from?
Nothing. From a little exhaustion.
From beauty.
But from
And
beauty
so-
mostly.
You're gorgeous.
That's pretty. That's a pretty dress, huh?
Well, it's so nice for you to mention it right off. You know, this is from my cousin, Anthony Bellot. I just found out that he was my cousin, so it's convenient that he's a designer.
And you ran down and got a free one?
Yeah, no, I didn't.
How's Carnival?
Yes, I did. I shouldn't lie like that. I did.
How's
I
Carnival doing?
Carnival is fine.
Yeah.
Everybody in it is fine. And,
You're on summer vacation.
do you know something? I missed that last question. I'm furious.
What?
Because I thought it was going to be flat feet. That seems like the typical thing to look in your mouth and say, flat feet. I don't know.
Me either.
See, when you have a twisted mind, it doesn't work.
Hey, you're on vacation from the Perry Como. You're great on that show, Kay.
Do you know something? That's the happiest experience I've had in show business.
Really?
Working for Perry Como.
Is the whole family going to stay together next season?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Baby Sandy Stewart, baby Juilliard, we call her, because she never misses a note. It's disgusting.
What do you call Perry Como?
Oh, well, I just call him Perry Como.
May I introduce
He's
you
my
to...
boss. He's Mr. Como. I
Dr.
should mention the other people or be furious.
All right, go ahead, mention.
Don Adams and Jack Duffy and Paul Lynn, brilliant Paul Lynn. And Mr. and Mrs. Braun and Mr. and Mrs.
Dr. and Mrs.
How do you say
Nitz.
that? Nitz?
Nitz,
Huh?
uh-huh. Nitz, honey. That's
Nitz.
Kay Ballard.
You're not going to change it, huh? You're going to keep it that way?
You know, Kay has a great deal of drawing power, as I told you, and that's the problem she's brought us tonight, Mr. and Miss Braun, having to do with her drawing power.
Yes.
Play or pass?
Play.
Play, Merv.
Play.
And over to your drawing power, my
All
dear.
right, I've got to warm up here.
Here's the drawing board.
All right.
Kay Ballard does this as a hobby, and she's a pretty darn good artist, as you will see. Don't show that to them yet.
I'm not going to.
Here are 3 cards, X, Y, and Z, each with a very different symbol. Back here on the easel, and being hidden by Kay, are duplicates of all of these cards with the same symbols. Now, Kay, wake up, will you? Now, I'm going to... Kay...
Leave me alone, Ma. I'll get a job in the morning.
Now, she's going to select one of these symbols and compose and draw an entire masterpiece for us, and then it'll be up to you to determine which one of these symbols she used as a starting point.
Work?
Sure, honey. Everything works on this show.
Okay.
Hey, you're on our debut, you know.
I am?
Uh-huh. Select one.
I'll take this one.
These are duplicates, all right? You select that
Okay.
one. Don't let them see what it is.
Okay.
And now, here is Kay Ballard to draw for you.
They say that falling in love is wonderful. Oh, that's my key. I love the arrangement. It's wonderful, so they say. And with the moon up above, it's wonderful, so they tell me. Get the flute solo. I can't recall. Okay.
That's beautiful. Wait till you see what she did. Let me turn the entire thing around now. There's Kay Ballard's masterpiece. Who's that? That's Donald Duck. Now, all you have to do is tell me, remembering, of course, there are duplicates of all of these symbols back here, which one of these symbols did she use as a starting point, Mr. and Miss Braun?
X.
I think it's Y, Merv.
One answer, please.
I think the Y looks like it comes from his eyes. I think it's Y. I think it's Y. The circle on the top.
Yeah. All right. Why?
We say Y, Merv.
You agree on this one. Let me peek. Don't show them, though. You score your first point, Mr. and Ms. Braun. That's the one we're looking for. There is symbol X, and there is symbol Z. The starting point, symbol Y. Hey, listen, you're good. Can I show them what you drew?
Oh, please do. Oh, please. That's my Margaret O'Brien impression. Oh, please show them. Oh, please.
Now, there's a sample of a great Kay Ballard portrait.
You
And
see, we don't have time.
that's Noel Coward.
No, it's not. It's Rachmaninoff.
Oh. Well, that's embarrassing. Isn't that Noel Coward?
It looks like Rachmaninoff to me.
That's very good, Kay. When'd you do that?
I was a mere babe when I did that.
Have you done a lot since?
No, but I majored in art, through school because I couldn't read or write. And that's really how I got through school. And the funny part is, my whole last year I drew nothing but cactus plants because I was performing in the class and he sent me down to the greenhouse. I was known as Cactus Kate.
Very cute spot, Kay. And I thank you for gracing our very first nighttime player hunt.
Well, I am just flattered that you asked me.
You little devil.
Okay, come on, once more, kids. Here we go. Wait a minute. Come on, Merv, we can't just finish like that. Go ahead.
No, I know how to play, Dick. I got a whole show to do.
Okay.
Thank you a million. Kay Ballard, ladies
Thank you
and
for
gentlemen.
asking me.
You know, when I was a mere youngster, a kid, so to speak, summertime was always followed by lemonade time. Real homemade lemonade. It's the greatest. And that's why I go for Seal Test lemonade. It's honest to goodness, real lemonade. The most like homemade. And all ready to pour right from the carton. Here's the lively sparkle of choice sun-ripened lemons bursting with juice. And sweetened just right, man. That's the real thing. That's lemonade most like homemade. Seal Test lemonade. Now be sure you keep plenty on hand all summer long, and don't forget those other Seal Test fruit aids. They're all Seal Test good at your store or door. Seal Test. Score, all tied up in one each, and we'll break this tie right now with a musical problem. You're about to meet a young man with a very fine voice, that I'll tell you, and you'll agree, who's making his very first public appearance, television, anywhere. I'd say that tonight he's launching his career in show business, but first play or pass on this singing problem, Dr. Misnitz.
Play.
We'll play. Now, actually, we're going to try to confuse you a little. A couple of days ago, this young man and I went into a studio together. I played piano for him, and he made a recording. We're going to play that recording, and 3 young men are going to come out here and go through the motions of lip syncing to the record and the appropriate gestures. All you'll have to do is tell me when the problem is completed which one of these 3 young fellows owns the voice on this recording. Record, Mr. X.
I've grown accustomed to her face. She almost makes my day begin. I've grown accustomed to the tune she whistles night and noon. Her smiles, her frowns, her ups, her downs are second nature to me now. Like breathing out and breathing in. I was serenely independent and content before we met. Surely I can always be that way again. And yet I've grown accustomed to the trace of something in the air, accustomed to her face.
Well, I must comment, what a lovely voice in this day and age of such wild singing going on with young men and young women. Dr. Misnitz, which one of these 3 young men owns the voice on that recording?
I think it was Y.
I think it's X.
Well, I thought Y was in better time.
Well, I think X had his general posture and everything just right. I think it's X.
X.
You agree with your husband on this? You say that Mr. X owns the voice on that recording. Mr. X, do you?
Yes, I do.
Yes, he does. You score the point. Mr. X, I'll be back to you in just a moment. Mr. Y, good job.
Thank you.
Your name is?
Brian Perot,
Your occupation, Brian?
an apprentice makeup artist.
Very good. Nice having you here. Mr. Z?
My name is Philippe Pelletier, and I'm working for Air France.
Ah, good. Welcome to our shores. Nice having you here. Mike, take a close-up of Mr. X. Got a good shot of him? His dad is probably my all-time favorite singer. This is young Dick Haymes, Jr. I'm personally very proud of him. 19 years old and low notes like that. Shame on you.
Oh, it's all due to my grandmother, Mrs. Haymes.
Has she been coaching
She
you?
worked with me for 2 years.
Yeah,
There's
well,
nobody like her.
No, and she's a fine... Marguerite Haymes.
That's right.
Fine vocal coach.
Oh, yes.
You're an excellent singer, too, I might add.
Oh, thank you very much.
Gee, what a pretty voice. Could maybe I talk you into doing... Could maybe. They've been rehearsing. Do a live song for us?
Oh, I'd love
Would
to.
you like that, audience? In just a moment, Dick Haymes, Jr. Dick, you find a spot over there. Thank you, boys, for being on Play Your Hunch. And we'll be back in just a moment with a song from Dick, right after this message. Dick Haymes, Jr. and I are just standing here quietly complimenting our brand new orchestra leader on Play Your Hunch, and I ask for your applause at this time. A very talented man we're proud to have here. Pianist, fine composer, fine conductor, Joe Harnell. Joe, of course, responsible for accompanying and conducting for Peggy Lee, and I believe you wrote the arrangement of Fever for Peggy, didn't you? We're proud to have him here. But right now, Dick Haymes, Jr., the spotlight is yours, and we wish you well. Is this going to be a big career for you?
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah, and he also writes some fine songs, but this one he didn't write. This one's called Bye Bye Blackbird. Dick Haymes, Jr.
Pack up all my care and woe. Here I go, singing low. Bye, bye, blackbird. Where somebody waits for me, sugar sweet, and so is she. Bye, bye, blackbird. No one here will love and understand me. Oh, what hard luck stories they all hand me. Make my bed and light the light. I'll be home late tonight. Blackbird, bye-bye. No one here will love and understand me. Oh, what hard luck stories they all hand me. Make my bed, light the light. I'll be home late tonight. Blackbird, 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 bye-bye.
Dick Haymes, Jr., and for a first time ever performing in public, that's a very auspicious start, Dick, and things will go very well. Lovely sound. Just great. We hope you all enjoyed our nighttime version of Play Your Hunch. We, of course, will be back next week with a batch of new problems plus 20, we'll let you count them, 20 beautiful, lovely, delightful ladies who'll be no problem at all. The Miss Universe contestants will all be here, and they'll be fighting us all off, and that'll be fun. Thank you for joining us, and a very pleasant good night, and we'll see you all on the daytime version of Play Your Hunch, too. Bye-bye.
June is Dairy Month, and now's the time to buy nutritious, delicious dairy foods for quick, cool, and casual summertime menus. Quick fixin', cool livin', casual convenience. Dairy foods in the very dairy month of June. Play Your Hunch with Merv Griffin has been brought to you by Seal Test. And remember, Seal Test also brings you the finest in ice cream, milk, and cottage cheese. Seal Test. This is a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production. This is Johnny Olson speaking. This program was pre-recorded.